rock and country music facts and trivia. Haven't done one on Waylon for a while, so here you go. No man's going to watch me. Shit. How Waylon Jennings pulled a fast one on DEA agents during their infamous raid. The story somehow gets better. I think many Waylon Jennings fans are familiar with the story of the time Waylon evaded drug charges after a raid by the DEA. At his studio, agents showed up after getting a tip from someone that he had been delivered cocaine through a private delivery service. He had an awful drug habit for many years and was pretty open about it, especially later in life, and it's pretty well documented how extreme it got and how he eventually got sober. And this story from the height of his addiction is too wild to make up. When agents showed up at the studio, they had a warrant to search the space, but the problem for them was that it was the wrong address. Waylon did technically own part of the building, two spaces connected, so it was kind of one big building with multiple offices, but they had the wrong office number on their warrant. Of course, he was quick to point that out, and the guy told him that they would get the correct one and come back, but they were going to leave a guy just in case to watch over everything. When agents first arrived, Waylon was in the booth and couldn't hear what was going on, so Richie Albright, his longtime drummer who spoke to agents first, hit the call button so that Waylon could hear everything inside the recording room, where he could see out, but the agents couldn't see him. He quickly slid the drugs and pills behind some baseboard at the base of the wall and continuing to record the song and work as if nothing was going on. When he finally came out and talked to agents about the warrant, he realized he still had a big bag of pills in his pocket that he needed to discard them quickly. Then there's even more to the story I've never heard before until I watched an interview with Gary Nicholson, singer-songwriter and record producer who worked with Waylon many times, and Otis Gibbs' YouTube channel, where he recounted more from what Waylon had told him directly. And then they walked in the room, and the guy said, "We've got a warrant." And they handed Waylon the warrant. He looks at it, and he says, "Hoss, you got the wrong address. You got the wrong building. You're in the wrong place." Guy looks at it, and he realizes, and he says, "No, this was 2017, and it's 2015 or whatever. Those are not the correct numbers." But the guy said, "Okay, we're going to go get another warrant, but we're going to leave the guy with you." And so by this point, Richie had figured out that the diversion of turn the music up really ridiculously loud, And then I think Waylon's agent showed up, and there's a lot of confusion going on. And so Waylon walked into the bathroom and realized he had a pocket full of pills, and he thought, well, this guy's got his eyes on me. I got to go dump these pills. Headed towards the bathroom, and the agent starts to follow him. And of course, Waylon had an all-time great response and was under no circumstances going to let that happen, obviously. And so he walked into the bathroom, and the guy started following him into the bathroom. Waylon turned around and said, I don't know who you think you are or what your job is, but ain't no man going to watch me take a shit. And so Waylon goes, dumps the pills, and immediately flushes, and the guy's outside. Richie told me to look on the guy's face, because he hadn't had the time to do anything in the bathroom before the flush came. They came back with a new warrant, and there was no drugs, and there was nothing there. Everything was gone, and they got completely out of that one. Classic. You just can't make it up. Waylon was actually still arrested on August 23rd of 1977 because of drug suspicion and charged with conspiracy and possession of cocaine while intent to distribute, even though they got rid of all the evidence of cocaine and illegal pills. Before the DEA took him away, he called his wife Jessie Coulter and told her to get rid of anything and everything that could be used against him as evidence. Waylon hired two big-time lawyers from New York City, and all the charges were ultimately dropped after a preliminary hearing due to the bad warrant. Of course, all was inspired Waylon's hit, "Don't You Think This Outlaw's Bit's Done Got Out of Hand," which was a solo right by Waylon and was released in 1978 as the second single from his album, I've Always Been Crazy, eventually peaking at number 5 on the Billboard Hot Country charts. And eventually, Waylon did kick his drug addiction and stayed sober for the rest of his life. But I love this story because it encompasses every bit of the outlaw Waylon truly was. I mean, it sounds like a movie. The fact that it really happened never ceases to amaze me. Waylon Jennings stories are like on the top of my list of things I just love to read. I mean, I know he's wrong for doing the drugs, and you got straight, so, but it is what it is. And the stories, man, are just totally unbelievable, but they're real. They happen. And this one is just, I love it. Anyway, all I got for you guys. Hope you enjoyed us. Please don't forget to subscribe, and please like this video. I'd appreciate it. You have a great day. God bless you. And I'm praying for you.